let the faux hawk fool you. It's just a hell of a lot easier to do a comb over if you bring that shit in from both sides. And also I keep catching myself saying stuff like, oh, kids today don't know how easy they have it. And they don't. Like back in my day, we didn't have cell phones. We had to make do with pagers. Right? They don't know the frustration you feel when you're driving around trying to find a payphone. And the way the kids dress today, with their pants all sagging down, you know, sporting the sag because it's cool. I sported the sag growing up, not because it was cool, but because of all the change I had to carry around for the payphones. Tell you what, I love it here in Denver. I love it. I love the fact that Colorado is a medical marijuana state. That is sweet. Not because I love marijuana, which I do, but because at least here I don't have to sit through those stupid above-the-influence marijuana commercials. And the one that really made me realize how stupid they were is one I watched with my little nephew. And it's the one where the kid wakes up and he's got like 20 t-shirts on. And it says like, I love this joint. And then he sits at the edge of his bed, smokes a joint. Next thing you know, he starts peeling these t-shirts off. Then he gets down to the last one that says free. And he walks outside, cue the logo, above the influence. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he just smoked a joint. So when he walked out that door, it should have been under the influence. But that's not my problem with this commercial. The problem is, I asked my little nephew, I'm like, so what's that commercial telling you? He looks up at me, he's like, smoking cigarettes makes you smart. So I look at him like, how do you figure? He's like, you're not supposed to wear that many shirts. And then he smoked a cigarette, and he took the shirts off. But of course, you know, being his uncle, it's my responsibility to correct him. So I'm like, no, this commercial is not telling you that smoking cigarettes makes you smarter. This commercial is actually telling you that smoking weed makes you smarter. I mean, come on, I had to say something before you start smoking cigarettes, really. And then, of course, there's the one where the three guys walk out in the field with the little horse. And the first guy goes up, pulls the tail, gets kicked, starts laughing. Second guy goes up, does the same thing. Third guy just turns around and walks off, shaking his head. You know where he's going. He's going to see what his stoner friends are doing. Because at least hanging out in his friend's basement, he doesn't have to worry about getting kicked by no fucking horse. But my absolute favorite one, it has to be the one where the kid, over time, builds a weed cocoon around himself. And then he pops out, a balding, middle-aged guy with a gut. Now, being a balding, middle-aged guy with a gut, that's actually pretty clever. The only flaw with this commercial is you will never, ever see a pothead seal himself up in a weed cocoon. Not going to happen. Not without a lighter. Because as soon as he gets in it, he's going to hotbox it, fill it up with smoke till it starts oozing out the top. Can you imagine walking in on somebody hotboxing a weed cocoon? Probably looked like you walked in on a giant sea cucumber milking itself. Alright, that's my time, people.